Good evening and welcome to the SBR MX5 Cup with Pendragon Bodywork. We are here for round number 2 at Red Bull Ring Short. Obviously on Twitch for this week, hopefully this week only. Slight technical issue in which the PlayStation has signed me out of the YouTubes for no real reason. But I hope you'll get that fixed for next week. We are here obviously at Red Bull Ring Short, so just a 1.4 mile circuit, very quick as well. And qualifying just getting underway. So yeah, 1.45 mile circuit, 6 corners, 5 to the right, 1 to the left. We'll go through the championship standings in just a second. Really finishing off notes on the circuit. So who we got then? We have RPM, that is Ryan Martin in the number 86 machine. Big Fizzle, Joseph Burke. We also have Rob Scholler, Corkery. That is John Alexander, who had a good set of races last time out. Dylan Price. That's Rizal, 87, that's Fraser Richards. Paul Verity, Andre Zell. There's Alex Austin as well, rounding out our 10 drivers for the night. So having a quick look through the standings. Verity leads on 73 points, John Alexander on 65, joint with Alex Austin. Colin Corkery on 61 points, Dylan Price 41, Andre Zell 37. Lee Padgett on 35, Victor Stalinov is on 34. He's unfortunately not here tonight at the moment for the first race, and Joseph Burke rounds us out on 30 points. Currently Burke is in provisional pole position. Times do start to come in. Martin now first. Let's ride on board with someone. Paul Verity, there we go, that's a good man. The championship leader. Let's go for a lap of Red Bull Ring Short. We come down to the Lauder curve, so named after the late Nicky Lauder. Fantastic little corner down to third. Pick your spot and just flick the car in. Use a bit of cover on the outside, not too much though. Then we head down to turn 2, which doesn't actually have a name because obviously being on a national loop. As you just keep firing out sort of really late apex, and you head into Worth, which should be flat left, and flick right for turn 4, and then heading down towards Rind. Rind, a very fast right-hander. Down one gear, again, fling it into the corner and put the power on before we head into the Red Bull Mobile. Final corner, another yeehaw corner as we head to the line. Cross the line for Verity, he goes 6th quickest so far. He's half a second behind Martin at the moment. Austin 0.184. 53.097. That is the current fastest lap by Martin. Down towards Rind for Austin as he goes through, looking to try and make up the time. Scholler goes a little bit wide. Austin should get one more lap then. He crosses the line. Just go quicker, 0.113. Martin, the first man. Is anyone going to finish their qualifying? Verity's going to be close, but he will get another lap in. Scholler's off the circuit. There's Andre Zell. He has now finished qualifying in 9th place. 54.566. Meanwhile, Fraser Martin, extending the track a little bit there through Rind as he goes into the Red Bull Mobile. Crosses the line, doesn't go any quicker. What can Austin do? Austin coming up to the line, can he improve? The answer is no, he can't. He lost about half a second on that run. Verity just about to come up to the line. He will be the last man, I believe, to cross it. He does not improve either. So it's going to be Fraser Martin on debut, who takes the pole position by just over 1/10 of a second. As the race kicks up, there's Martin on pole position, Austin in 2nd. Then we have Burke in 3rd, Dylan Price in 4th, Corkley in 5th, and Verity 6th, your top 3 rows. We're going to get ready to go racing. The lights are on, we are green. And someone's not going away, that's Dylan Price. And I don't know who that is, but they've got caught up in that. Up to turn 1 though. The louder curve, have we got through cleanly? It looks like we have got side-by-side action between Corkley and Burke. Burke on the outside heading up towards turn number 2. I believe that's John Alexander, got caught up behind Dylan Price. Oh, Verity getting involved in this as well. He's looking to overtake Burke. Close action in this midfield group right now. A little bit of lag playing around at the moment. But Burke has got 4th, and Corkley has had a great start up into 3rd place. Very wide from Burke into Rin. That's big off. That is Scholler. Scholler off at Red Bull Mobile. Side-by-side action between that is Verity and Zell and Alexander. Alexander sideways through louder curve, just about keeping it intact. Meanwhile, this is Fraser Richards going toe-to-toe with John Alexander, getting the better of Alexander in that occasion. So now that everything's a little bit more settled down, let's have a look back at Shola. So he's coming up towards Rind, he's hit the brakes. Bit of contact. Oh, and just almost squeezing Verity there. Almost causing his own incident, really. Lucky to get away with it, though, to the extent that he didn't hit the barrier at all. So with the leaders at the moment, Austin maybe biding his time. There's Corkley, there's Burke, Dylan Price, there's Zell. Something's happened to Verity. Let's see if we can pick that one up. Oh, he's gone off a louder curve. Interesting place to go off there, louder curve. He's obviously gone off in quite a big fashion. But 1.2 seconds is the leading pack. I say leading pack, the leader to second place. Cyber action just behind. Once again, Alexander and Richards. Alexander this time getting the better Richards. Oh, bit of contact coming back on the circuit. All good though, everyone just about carrying on. Gotta be careful. Number 87 car, in a good battle there. Now, Corkley has got past Austin here. How's he managed this? So Austin, through Worth they go. Just a simple slipstream pass by the looks of it. Austin having to take a penalty by the seams of that down towards Rind. Now he's all over the back of Corkley again, getting it sideways, and that is Price just behind, getting even more out of shape. Pretty stalemate at the moment, lap 5 of 20. You'll see everyone just a little bit spread out this middle part. You can see here Burke with Zell not too far behind, and Corkley getting a little bit hassled by Austin up ahead. Joseph Burke in 5th place though, last lap of 54.766. Has on a 53.5, but that would be in the slipstream. So, penalty there for Burke to shake off during this race. Meanwhile, the battle for second just cooling off just a touch. Although Burke has got company right now in the form of this man, Andre Zell. Number 70 car. And I believe Burke's just taken a penalty And we're going to continue to look behind because here comes Alexander down the inside. Bit of contact on the entry, but Alexander gets through. Alexander a little bit wide through turn 2 as they head into Worth. And we are going to go to this man, Alex Austin, because he went side by side through the turn 2 to claim the second place back. Just looking a bit jerky this tonight for GT Sport. I don't know whether anyone else is experiencing the lag, whether it's just me being the commentator. But you can see that Austin got down the inside. So he had a little bit of a ghosting where obviously the penalty can be ridded of if you're just not going that fast through the corner. Obviously being battling, obviously you're not going as fast, so the penalty will go down. But a fastest first sector then from Austin. Obviously only had 2 sectors. Doesn't say the fastest time though, loses a little bit through that last sector. See, quite a confident sector, that last, especially those last 2 corners. Got to be confident that the car will stick. Burke has made his pit stop. So he's obviously running out of sync right now compared to everyone else. There's Zell. There's Richards. Verity. There's Burke ahead of Schola. So the last man en route. But at the moment, this is where the battle is at between Corkery and Austin. With a little bit of a penalty at the moment. Someone's in the pits. Well, look, that is Richards in the pits. Back with the battle for second place though. When do they pit? They're both Austin's on super softs. Super softs also for Corkery, so they're on the same sort of strategy. It just depends on who blinks first, who decides to try the undercut for either Austin to try and keep the place, or Corkery to try the undercut to gain the place. Now, the undercut, a very powerful mechanism on GT Sport. However, round here, very little in the tyre wear department. So they can probably go to I'd say they're going to go to probably lap 15 here before they pit. Or saying that though, Corkery's gone in for the undercut. This is going to be a vital lap for Austin. He has to get this right, and that penalty will not be helpful for him. We're going to keep an eye on Austin at the moment because obviously this is critical, this lap for Austin. He has to get this lap right to try and prevent the undercut. But we're going to go to this little battle here. This is between Burke and Schola. Oh, there is Alexander who comes out of the pits. just ahead, or well, I say just ahead, just ahead of Berg, but in between this battle, Austin now comes into the pits. So where is Corkery? That is the big question. He's currently 4th place. He's just coming round the final couple of corners. We're going to watch Corkery. There is a bit of a battle going on between Alexander, Schola and Berg. If that changes on the standings, we will go back and have a look at it. But right now, it looks like Austin has stayed ahead and actually gained a little bit of time from the overcut. I say that as he gets rid of his penalty, and Corkery goes through into the lead. Into P3. The leader being Martin on debut has yet to pit. We're going to go back to this battle here though, because Alexander's been overtaken. Let's have a little look back. It looks like a penalty taken there on the main straight. But Berg and Schola close together on the circuit. Zal also is yet to make his pit stop. Martin, I believe, is just coming into turn 2. Yes, he is. There is Schola on board as we head up towards Lauder Curve. Watching back, obviously Zell now in the pits, so he's going to go down the order. Oh, and Berg was looking a bit interested into Rind, and it might just cost him a little bit of time. And Alexander behind will have a little bit of a look here down the main straight. And we're looking behind, and Alexander goes down the inside of Berg. Beautiful move into the Lauder Curve. Job is done. Austin has also got past Corkery. I don't know if we can pick that one up. And they're having a bit of a battle. Looks like down the main straight, but that's that one done. Martin needs to pit. He is yet to pit. That's why he's 21.5 up the road. Austin pushing the limits of that car, as is Dylan Price behind. Blimey. Look at that from Dylan Price. Proper sideways coming out of the Lauder Curve. Martin's gone on for yet another lap. He's still on those super softs. Is he coming in on lap number 19? He can't do it on lap 20. It must be lap 19, surely. Oh, don't want to do that button. That's the wrong button. The battle for second has kind of drifted off a little bit. There is Zell. He's got Schola not too far behind. Again, everyone's just a little bit spread out at the moment. Personally, I think the full circuit would have been better for these cars, but it's very hard to overtake on the national circuit, the short layout, as I believe Martin carries on for yet another lap. If he doesn't pit, he's going to take a penalty here. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Shola, Alexander just behind. 9th is currently Verity. Richards in 10th and last right now. Has to be this lap for Richards. He's going to have to pit. Yes, he is coming in this lap. On the 19th lap, he finally comes into the pits to get rid of his super softs onto a set of soft compound tyres. You'll see that gap just dropping away now. Ryan Martin, sorry, not Richards. Martin comes out of the pits a good 10 seconds ahead of the field. Job done, really. Left it to the last minute to take off his super softs. Now, I'm unsure if the ruling is just make a pit stop or whether there's a certain window. By the seams of it, if there is no window, he's got that absolutely spot on, using the softest compound of tyre for the longest time possible. Zal has still got Shola just behind. But we're going to go back to the leader because on his debut, it will be Ryan Martin who wins here at Red Bull Ring Short. Austin still waiting for his first ever win in the MX5s, followed by Corkery. Looks like Zell is going to hang on to 4th place, but Alexander, can he get 5th place away? The answer is no. Shola gets his top 5. Alexander 6th. It's going to be Birkin 7th. Dylan Price in 8th. Verity in 9th. And it will be Fraser Richards who rounds out 10 drivers for race number 1 here. 10th place for Richards. There is your winner though. Ryan Martin takes the flag and his first win on his first race here in the MX5s. So just as a little look there, there is your results for race number 1. Confirmation that Martin wins from Austin, from Corkery, then Zell, Shola, Alexander, Burke, Price, Verity, and Richards at the end. Austin not very happy with the way he drove in that one. Potentially could have challenged a bit harder, I reckon, is probably his thought. Race number 2, grid order set by the results of race number 1. Everyone should start on softs for the reverse grid race later on. Waiting for everyone to enter. Let's go to Burke, because he is driving around at the moment in the number 20 machine. So here we go, the final for race number 2. We're about to get underway, another 20 laps, and everyone, once again, must have one mandatory pit stop. Martin starts on pole from Austin, from Corkery, from Zell, Scholler, Alexander, Burke and Price, your top 8. We're going to get ready to go racing here. We are green. Who's got the best getaway? There's a Verity at the back, has got a good getaway there. He's going to be moving up, hopefully on the outside. But Martin is clean into turn number 1. Corkery under attack from Zhao as it all gets bunched up through the louder curve. But it looks like everyone's through cleanly this time around. Yes, we are into turn 2. And the midfield, that looks like an interesting move between Alexander and Scholl. I believe that's Scholl, no? Yes, no, that's Andrew Zell, and Scholl is just in front. Corkery in 3rd place. They're still scrapping it out through Worth. That is Verity just behind with Burke alongside. Still side-by-side action between this mid-pack. Verity and Burke still going at it through the Red Bull Mobile chicane last corner. Bit of contact, but they've both made it through. And it looks like Dylan Price has got through in all of that. You see Verity getting a bit of a tap, and he got wide. Price using all the road there. It is Verity. But Price managing to benefit from that as he's looking at Burke now. And you can just see everyone just starting to rein it in a little bit, although I say that as Alexander and Burke going side by side into Worth, down towards Rind. And Price has managed to get past. He's being very opportunistic here, is Dylan Price, picking his moments when people make those mistakes. He's just getting by them. He's now up into 7th place. Now the question is, will anyone copy what Martin did last race? Race number 1, Martin took those super soft tyres to lap 19, which meant that he'd done 19 laps on the faster compound of tyre and only had to do 1 lap on the slower compound, which helped him massively. Meant he had a 10-second gap when he came out of the pits. So how many people are going to do that this time around? Because it's a hell of a strategy, because you can keep the pace up with the faster tyre. But this time he's got Austin right on his tail. I think the pair of them have super soft tyres on. Yes, they do. Through Red Bull Mobile, down the main straight we go, down towards Lauder for the 4th time now. Very quick track, and just further behind that is Alexander, who is looking for a move on Verity. Isn't quite going to get it into turn 1. Verity Verity looking at Alexander into turn 1, the opposite way round. Verity now looking to go around the outside of Worth. He's going to keep it there. Bit of drifting from Alexander at the back end. Just drifting ever so slightly with those soft compound tyres on. Down towards Rind. I'm going to hit the brakes. Fling it through. Verity can't make anything of it. But maybe he can get a good run as Red Bull Mobile as Alexander goes very wide. That's going to allow Alexander really wide. Verity down the inside up towards turn number 1. Oh, hello, what on earth just happened there? I'm going to set a replay marker for that because I have no idea what on earth just happened. I think a bit of lag has just ensued because that is very, very weird for Alexander. Back at the front though, and it's a 7/10 gap between the top two. Martin just pulling away ever so slightly. 3.8 last time around compared to 54.1 of Austin. Austin, look further back. There's Burke with Verity, there's Price. And behind that we've got Alexander getting overtaken by Fraser Richards. Let's go back down the inside for turn 2. And we've got yellow flags. That'll be for Dylan Price up ahead by the looks of it. Or is that someone else? No, that might be Andre Zell. So what's he done? Is he just gone a bit wide? Oh, he's lost the rear end. Oh, it's just gone straight back across the circuit. So Andre Zell making a critical mistake through Worth. He's now all the way back down to 8th place and is going to eventually get dragged into that battle between Richards and Alexander. Obviously Alexander ahead of Richards right now. Well, the battle for 5th place is heating up between Verity and Burke. Verity was very strong at Blue Moon in Field A. Not quite finding the same sort of luck round here. Say luck. And it looks like Shola. Looks like Corkery just getting rid of a penalty as Shola now up into 3rd place. He's doing a lovely job. Is Rob Shola. Fantastic to see him up there at the moment. The leading gap down to 4/10, so Austin well and truly as Shola goes into the pits now. I don't really understand why. He's seen the strategy that Martin pulled off. I'm surprised he's not doing that one. But Austin well within slipstream range here of the number 86 machine. As he heads through Worth, just half a second now. That slipstream should be powerful enough to get him somewhere near and pressurise Martin into some of these corners. You see though, Austin not quite as confident as Martin through those final couple of corners. Just can't quite get that power down as he'd like, I don't think. Almost doesn't trust the rear end to stick it out. We've got another man in the pits. That looks like, I'm going to say Andre Zell. Nope, it is Fraser Richards. Here comes Alexander. He's going to go back through into 9th place. Again, another man who was strong at Blue Moon Infield A. Not finding that form around Red Bull Ring short. It's somewhat of a shame, really, because those two leading the championship at the moment. Obviously, Austin's going to probably take over that lead. Coming out of this. Already got a 2nd place under his belt tonight. He's looking like he's probably going to take another one at the moment, unless he can pull something off against Martin. And that is Burke. There is Price. Price into the pits. So Scholar now up into 6th place on his soft compound of tyre. Yeah, the lead has grown to 1.2 seconds between Austin and Martin. So a bit of a poor lap this time around from Austin. I think that it was just an absolutely excellent lap from Martin, to be fair. 53.0 to a 53.7. Gap now coming down. Nearly less than a second. Everyone else is a little bit more spread out at the moment. Some people running out of sync. I mean, Scholar. Effectively, everyone apart from Scholar, Alexander, Fraser, Price, they're all out of sync already. So, in reality, Martin and Austin are technically out of sync because others have already made their pit stops. But you kind of have to look at the guys who've already pitted are slightly out of sync right now because they're running lower than they should be, in theory. But Martin doing a fantastic job right now. Let's go on board with him. Looking behind. And just see us in there as Corkery now comes into the pits. Verity up to 3rd. Burke into the pits as well. Yeah, the tyres just squealing as they... I think that's more down to the fact that there's some sort of lag or something going on right now. It's making the cars really jerky because that's a lot of tyre squeal. Well, not really a lot. I mean, normally you just hear this one long tyre squeal, but it's just bits of it. There is Verity on his super soft tyres. He's going to carry on to lap number 14. Up towards turn 1, Verity. Just, oh, big moments. Verity on board with him for this one. Up towards the Lauda curve. See the back end moving as he clips that curb. Bit of a moment for Verity, but he's now coming into the pits here on lap number 14. Scholar 4.5, he's ahead of Corkery at the moment. He'll be ahead of Verity as well. So right now, Scholar is the highest placed person who has made a pit stop. Just Austin and Martin. I believe Zell. I think Zell is... Yeah, Zell still needs to make a pit stop. But otherwise, it's just those 3, I believe, left to make their pit stops in this race. Obviously, Zell having that earlier spin has probably cost him a decent chunk of time. And speaking of Austin, Austin's now in the pit. So is he trying to make Martin think, because this time Martin doesn't have a comfortable 4-second gap. It was only 1.3. Martin's tyres looking hardly touched. Looking good to see Austin. Has Austin gone into another set of super softs, or was he on soft tyres beforehand? I'm unsure. That could be an interesting one to have a look at later after the stream ends, but Austin's made his pit stop. He was on soft tyres earlier on. Then that's a phenomenal effort to keep up with Martin, and it could just win. It might win in this race. No, he's back in the pit, so yeah, he's made the mistake. He's bolted on a new set of super soft tyres. Austin, a fatal. His pit crew have done him no good job at all, and it's going to cost him a lot of time now, as he has to now change to the set of mandatory soft tyres. Oh, he is going to be livid with his pit crew after that one. Done all the hard work keeping up with Martin, came in for the undercut, and his team have put on the wrong set of tyres. He's come out in about 5th place. 4th, 5th place for him, I think. Burke and Alexander close on the circuit, but not really. 5th place for Austin. He is going to be kicking his team when he gets back to the garage. That was a fatal mistake. And it's handed the win now to Ryan Martin, who once again looks like he's going to go to lap 19 to make his pit stop. But Austin, an absolute rookie error in the pit stops. He was meant to put on some soft tyres, put on super soft, so he's taken 2 trips down the pit lane to make sure he uses the mandatory soft compound. It's all gone wrong, but it may just help him later tonight. After this race, we've got race 3 and it's reverse grid, so it means he can try and pick his way through the field and build a lead if he can during that race to maybe try and get that elusive MX5 Cup win. So Martin on lap 19, expect him to pit now. This lap he'll be coming in to change to soft compound. He's got 19.2 seconds. There is no threat from behind. Yeah, he's won this race. Zell comes into the pits. He's going to probably come out behind Price and possibly Alexander. There's Shirley, top 3.9 to Corkery. So Shirley are doing a lovely job in 2nd place. So benefiting from Austin's pit error. As the leader now comes into the pit. 19.4 was the gap. That should be around about 10 maybe 8 to 10 seconds, I reckon, when he comes back out. I'm sure they're doing a wonderful job here. We're going to focus on this battle because Alex Austin, he's going to have some red mist about him now. He's going to want to get past Verity to get at least in the top 4. Verity, a rival of Austin's in the championship right now. Is that Corkery up ahead? Corkery not too far, in reality, ahead of Verity. But we're going to go to our leader because he is going to come down to the Red Bull Mobile corner for the 2nd consecutive time tonight. It's going to be Ryan Martin who wins race 2 here at the Red Bull Ring Short. He takes the victory of race 5 of the season. Shola takes a fantastic 2nd place. He just about clears his penalty before the line. Corkery is in 3rd. Austin does get 4th place, so we'll go back and have a look at that with Verity in 5th. Oh, he's done it. I think Verity getting rid of a penalty, which is why Austin's managed to make that into 4th place. Dylan Price in 6th. There's going to be Zell in 7th place. Berg in 8th. Alexander 9th. And Fraser Richards brings up the 10 runners for round number 5 of the season. Race 5 of the season, the 2nd of the night. But it's going to be Martin who takes that victory. Alex Austin very much livid with himself about that one. That was easy. Easy podium for him. But it's going to be race number 3 of the night here at the Red Bull Ring short track. Let's go to the track. Corkery's loaded in. This race will have a reverse grid based on the results of race 2. And it will also be it'll also be a rolling start as well, as decided this week. So just waiting for everyone to enter. We'll pop on Zell. You see Zell there. Just on the start. As the final race begins. There we go, Richards is on pole position, Alexander in second, Burke in third, Zell in fourth, Price fifth, Verity sixth, Austin in seventh, Corker eighth, Schola in ninth, Ryan Martin. Now at the back of the pack we are underway. And it's going to be a pretty box standard start for everyone, I think. No one starting on the final corner. Now it's just a case of how quickly can the guys at the back of the pack make their way through the field, and can we get away with a fully clean race. Go to the names. Oh, and Burke already looking down the inside of Alexander going into turn number 2, and behind that we got, that is Verity looking on Dylan Price. Austin needs to get these moves made as quickly as possible. This is quite possibly one of his best chances of taking the win. Meanwhile, at the front, Richards doing a wonderful job, but there comes Alexander down the inside. Alexander into the lead. Richards. There's Corkery all over the back of Austin as well. More is Price down the inside of Zhao going into the louder curve. Backs out of it. Someone very, very wide. That was Richards. So Zhao now up into third place. And Austin up into sixth. He has overtaken Verity as they are absolutely grouped together going through turn 2 and then into Worth. They're 3 wide. In fact, Verity on the inside, I think. Absolutely pushing the limits of the racing, and amazingly, no one's gone off circuit. We'll have another look back at that in a minute, but we're going to continue to watch Austin, who's on the back of Dylan Price, into the penultimate corner. Whoa, and bit of door banging. Between Austin and Schola goes through. Schola into 5th place. Austin with a terrible run. Price at the back of the pack now. But here comes Austin back on Schola coming down towards turn number 2. And Austin back up into 5th place. Alexander is getting away though. Richards the next target for Austin. You're behind. Corkery has Verity to deal with. And Ryan Martin's just behind that with Dylan Price at the back of the pack right now. Corkery holding these guys up because he's fighting Verity right now. He knows it's important to keep the places as much as possible. Absolutely line astern. Back with Austin because he is right on the back. Actually, Zell going down the inside of Berg will make that work. Good stuff, and there goes Austin down the inside of Richards, and here comes Schola once again, using his initiative, getting it on the exit. Fantastic driving from Schola. This is really smart from him. He's making Austin do all the work and just driving past when both of the drivers ahead have bad exits, basically. It's great initiative. So Austin makes the move and loses out almost immediately there. Alexander is actually just gone. He's absolutely gone. Zell's in second, and it's 3.1 seconds. That's going to be hard to catch for anyone. I believe that was someone in the pit lane. Yeah, that's Corkery. He's coming to the pits off his super softs. I wonder, he's going for a really early stop there. There's Alexander. Meanwhile, there is Zell. Schola, oh, gets very tight into turn 2. And as everyone unghosts, it's a bit of carnage is what ensues. And yes, Austin's gone off. Austin down to 7th now, behind Ryan Martin, behind Richards, behind Verity. And even further behind now, he's in about 9th place. There he is. on board. So you can just see something weird with Burke. Then everyone ghosts, then everyone unghosts, and it's just a bit of a mess really through Worth. Austin having to go through the gravel, and he spins for good measure. And he spins again. He's just doing donuts. And he does another half spin for good measure. Oh, he's not having the best of nights, and he's off again before turn 2. Alexander's still leading this race though. If he can just go to the, if he can do the Ryan Martin strategy, he could win this and pull back a few points in the championship. He's not had a great night tonight, but Andre Zell under attack from Verity. Verity decides better of it, and behind them is Ryan Martin. Bit of a tap from Verity to Zell. Verity goes wide. Flash of the hazards from Zell, as he's now on the back of Burke. Verity and Martin behind. Martin being patient, he knows he's already got 2 wins under his belt now. And I've got a feeling, yes, Austin's made his pit stop. It's been a miserable race, a miserable set of 2 races here. He had a decent first race, but he obviously made tiny mistakes. Then he made that pit stop error in race 2. And he's just been caught up in someone else's incident in race 3. A very unlucky evening really for Austin. But meanwhile, Martin is having a look at trying to shape a Verity here onto lap 8 into the Lauder curve. Martin, Verity now on the back of Zell as they go up towards Rind. And Zell pits. So off his soft tyres on lap number 8, decides he's had enough of them. Get that horrible buzzing sound as the car goes into the pit lane, obviously to warn all the guys in the pit lane that a car is on its way in. The car's going to get a bit of a wiggle on through Lauder. Zell out of the pits now. He should come out in about 6th place. Yes, there he is. I believe it's, I think Austin has retired from this race. Oh no, it's Fraser. We've lost 1 man. I know that much. We have lost a person. Shola there? I think Shola has retired from the race. Good action though, as Burke's now overtaken by Verity and now has Martin just behind him. On board with Burke, and Martin just down the inside. Thank you very much. Although through Worth, a bit of sideways for Burke, clips the back end of Martin, but Martin staying on the track and gets through into 3rd place. So Martin now probably going to try and eye up that 2nd place car of Verity. Corkery in 8th place. I don't really understand how Corkery's got that far back. Maybe just a few mistakes, few incidents. He's just back in 8th place. He just can't make his way through the field. He's looking at the back of Zell at the moment as they head into turn 2. through Worth and through turn 4 before you head down towards Rind. It's named after Jochen Rind. Zell and Martin in second place, I believe, because Verity has, I believe, pitted. Yes, he has. He's onto soft compound tyres. So looking to always use the undercut as a defence mechanism as Burke now comes into the pits. But I'm sure Martin's going to be staying out. Meanwhile, behind, Richard's doing a fantastic job of holding everyone up. Price down the inside of the final corner. Here comes Zell as well. Burke should come out of the pits, I'd say, behind Verity. See there going through the pit lane. Oh, big moment for Richards. I wonder if there was a tap. I believe there was, because Zell has not taken the move. And he's now under attack himself from Dylan Price down the inside. Price managed to get through. So on board then with Richards. Yeah, definite contact between Zell and Richards. And you see Zell just not taking the move because he knows he's caused that. An unconventional route into the pits for Richards, but he's in. As is Alexander. So, if Alexander's out in front of Verity, which he should be, he has got a chance of winning this race. There you go, 9.2 seconds to Martin is the closest the gap has been for Martin to pit under here. And it's only about another 5 laps before Martin actually takes the pit stop. Yeah, I think Martin isn't going to win this one this time around, although he's going to certainly try. He's got the super soft tyres on at the moment, trying to use as much of that grip as possible. Into the loud curve. Corkery has found himself up into 5th place now. He's ahead, so obviously everyone making their pit stops has meant Corkery's found himself up into 5th place. Obviously, Corkery has had an okay night, really. 2 podiums. 2 podiums, looking for a top 5 to finish it off from the reverse grid. He's doing nicely at the moment. Again, you see this spread at the moment of drivers. Price with Richard just behind, and Austin has managed to catch up to some people. So obviously he's not going to be very happy getting caught up in someone else's incident. I think the ghosting has a lot to account for on that base, because people, when people ghost, obviously they assume they can just go through, but obviously when they are not effectively inside each other, for a lack of a better description, the game unghosts them because they ghost because of the time they might have. If they have a time penalty and they are slower because they're battling, it will subtract that penalty during the corner, which means they ghost. And that is not what Dylan Price needed. Up towards turn 1. Fired it in, lost the back end, and away he goes. Down to 9th and last for Dylan Price, and kind of a mistake of his own accord there. We're just defending now from Austin. Austin not going to go around the outside. There it is again. The ghost, and because people ghost, people who are behind will try to use that to their advantage to continue to take the racing line. And it's a very risky move because obviously if that car unghosts, you are right in the path of it. Into Lauder. Austin, a better line, should get better traction up towards turn 2. Side by side, Austin could be patient with this one, and again down the inside. Austin gets the move sorted before Worth, and he's up into 7th place. Damage limitation for Austin right now, and I think this is probably as high as he's going to be able to get, but at least he has made up some positions during this race. There is Corkery. Zell not too far behind. What's the leading gap? It is 12.4, so Martin using this time wisely in the clean air to try and build that gap to try and mount a challenge on the final lap here. He has gained 3 seconds, which isn't too far off what he needed to gain to be right on John Alexander's tail. He will go for one more. He'll be pitting on lap number 19 as per usual by the looks of it. Using the super soft tyres to have full potential. But it's going to be a very interesting fight now. It's a fight of the times for the pit stops. Between Martin and Alexander. Obviously Martin has to make the pit stop. He has to go to those soft compound. So in comes Martin. John Alexander. That is someone off. I don't know who. Oh, it's Austin. Austin's going to go back to the back of the pack. I think he's done the same as Price. He's taken too much curb, which has forced the rear end out and just caused it to be that little bit unstable. Yeah, there you go. Touch of the curb. Flings the car around into the barriers. And around she goes. But it's Ryan Martin. We're going to watch the replay of this because it looks close, but it looks like Ryan Martin has made the overcut work. An absolute treat here. There he goes. Ryan Martin has made the overcut work. He's going to do the triple. He's taken pole position. He's taken fastest laps. He is going to win all 3 races. Ryan Martin dominates here at round 2. He's going to try and get rid of his penalty. Yes, he does. He dominates round 2 at Red Bull Ring Short. It's going to be Alexander in second. Verity comes across in the third. Burke in fourth. Corkery in 5th. Zhao will come home in 6th place. It's going to be a bit of a battle now between Price and Austin. Down towards the penultimate corner they go. Austin looking down the inside, offering a bit of contact where Price trying to cover the line. Can't do it because there's a car already there. Austin gets through. Down to the final corner and Price makes a bit of a lunge. Very big push to pass. It's going to be close, but at the moment it is Price on the line, followed by Austin. Oh, hang on. Austin had a penalty of 1 second. I wonder if he got that at the end when you had to go wide. But it is Ryan Martin who takes the victory here for race 6 of the season. Dominates this round at Red Bull Ring Short. Confirmation of the results there. Obviously, Martin also taking the fastest lap of a 53.187. Good racing, really. Obviously, I don't think Austin's going to be too happy tonight. But sometimes sometimes nights just go that way. You just don't get the luck, which is very unfortunate. But it is what it is. Round 3 next week. We head to Tsukuba. So a very tight, twisty circuit. It's going to be fantastic. Should promote great close racing. So join us next week on that one. Hopefully that will be back on the SBR channel with the technical issues fixed. So I say just do stay tuned for that next week. But it should be a fantastic race. But for myself and everyone here, we'd like to thank Pendragon Bodyworks for sponsoring the event. And we'd like to thank everyone for watching tonight. Do join us again next week. But from myself and everyone here, thank you for watching. Good night.